All right, hey everybody, we are back. It is Shanti and my lovely mother, Nephara. Say hi, Ma.
Hi.
Dang. All right, we're here because the new moon will be in the sign of Taurus tomorrow at 11:53 a.m. So we are just here to give you guys some information about what Taurus rules and give you some affirmation suggestions. So we'll just go right into it. Mom, can you tell them what Taurus rules? Give us some information about what we can be looking forward to in this upcoming new moon.
Well, this is a very interesting new moon. The areas that Taurus rules is money and everybody.
Wait, okay, hold on. I remember this from last year. These Taurus new moon money affirmations, telling you, work like a charm. Don't start mixing a little bayberry, get you some little money rituals intertwined with that. It's going to flow. It'll be one of the most lucrative months of the year for you if you play it right. But anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
Another interesting topic is sensual pleasures,
Okay.
contentment, perseverance, patience, self-worth, and releasing stubbornness. Yeah.
I have a Taurus moon, you guys, just so you want to know a little bit about me. That stubbornness is nothing to play with, especially with the Aries sun. But let's see. So typically we give what? Maybe we can do it a little different this time and give them maybe one affirmation per category. What you think?
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I don't know. What you guys think? Let's start with money to begin with. My mom has these super cute little worksheets that she creates every month for every area and every sign. So we are working on having these integrated into the new moon journal, you guys, so that you all will have your own copy. So yeah, be on our heads about it because this is some great information here. Anyway, let's get right into it when it goes to Taurus rules acclamation, including money, material comforts, ownership, and possessions. One of my favorite affirmations, and y'all know how I do it, is I write down my new moon affirmations in my handy dandy new moon journal by Shanti, available on Amazon. And then I use those as my monthly affirmations. So I recite them aloud every morning throughout the month and allow that to assist me into bringing in whatever it is that I'm desiring with this new moon energy. So one of my favorite ones here is very simple, very easy to remember. I have lots of money.
Took mine.
No, that's the best one. I have
the best
lots
one.
of money in a healthy way because it's so important. It's super simple and it's super short. But that in a healthy way, super important because you don't want to be in a space to where you are making money in a way that is not, might help me out here. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So I would add another word to that affirmation. I'd say it in a healthy, happy way because all money is not good money. Yeah, all money spends, but there's a story I read years ago called The Monkey's Paw, and you could get 3 wishes, but the way the money came was so ironic, and it, caused people to die, and maybe you got like a life insurance and all this stuff like that. So if you say in a healthy, happy way, then you know that you're going to get the money right. You ain't got to take that whatever, you don't have to do something wrong to get the money, and and you're happy with it, because there's a whole lot of people with money, lots of money, but they're not happy. So I just have to ditto what you said in a healthy, happy way. So it's not exactly.
And then that reminds me of something that one of my wonderful supporters, shout out Shady, she mentioned this in conversation to me, and I love this. And she spoke about how if you have to go outside of the will of God to obtain something, you have to stay outside the will of God to maintain that something. You know what I'm saying? And that's just those little sayings will help to keep you in check, because it's like, well, that makes sense. And I always want to stay under the grace and within the will of God, 100%. Yeah. So, okay, you can go ahead and select one. Did you want to do one for money too?
No, I dittoed it and I just enhanced it.
That's not fair. She only gave, so that's only one money ritual. I mean, one money affirmation.
I
y'all.
said healthy, happy.
It's the only one. So let me give you guys another one. This is something that I've used in the past that definitely aided in my moving. I easily find myself living in comfortable surroundings. That's a really good one if you are looking to move. There's also a ritual that goes along with that. Shout out to one of my mentors, Cosmic. If you're looking to move, you can take a suitcase, an empty suitcase, pack it with things that, of course, you don't need on a daily basis. Put it on the left side of your closet and forget about it. Ritual complete, okay? Moving on. You want to start this one?
Okay, so Taurus rules physical, sensual.
Now be careful with this one. Now I'm still in the kids' play.
Oh, okay, all right. So it's sensuality, heightened. Oh, cut.
She's talking about some cut. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I have one that goes with this. And it doesn't really have anything to do with anyone else. It's really about being comfortable in your own skin, finding your own sense of style, finding fabrics that make you feel more feminine and flowy. And this is just speaking for myself, personally. One of the affirmations that I did with this one here, I easily find myself purchasing clothing that feels sensual and comfortable in my body. So it doesn't necessarily mean that, it has to be an overexertion of sexual energy in order to exude sensual energy. It's just more so of like feeling safe in your own body, feeling comfortable in your own body, feeling safe and comfortable in the clothing that you choose to wear, presenting yourself to the world in a way that the way that you foresee yourself and being received or perceived as such by the masses. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that I had to take into account because of the older you get. It's like that weird transitional stage where it's like you feel uncomfortable. Like, okay, I like to dress like this, but I want to be perceived like this. So that's a good affirmation to like help you to grow and find your own sense of style that will allow you to present yourself to the world in a way that you want to be received. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah. So, and then too, just to add to it, people kind of confuse sensuality with sexuality.
Yeah.
And there is a difference.
And they use it interchangeably.
Yeah, interchangeably. So, yeah.
Y'all see she tried to cut you. She said cut.
I did. When I was reading that, I was like, oops.
But see, that's why the classes are important, because that's when we can go more in depth versus, just keeping it real general on surface. Not like we shortchanging y'all, but I'm just saying. All right, so Taurus also rules building, including solid foundations, persistence, progressing step by step, thoroughness, and perseverance. You want to share?
Okay, wait a minute, I'm on a different page. What page are you on?
I'm on page number 4.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay. I think this is it.
This one?
This one?
Yep.
Okay. So, and then too, when we talk about these affirmations, these are just suggestions, but you can say something that, you can customize it to fit you. So it doesn't necessarily have to go by what we're saying.
But I do suggest that you do use the frame of the affirmations, because she has like reworded them in a way that makes room for the least, or makes a pathway for the least resistance type of thing. So like when it's starts at I easily find myself, instead of I wish or I want or I hope. It's like, no, it's already happening, and it's happening in an easy, effortless way for me type of thing.
Okay, so and so also it's the right presence. It's not like I want, it's I have, or I easily find. Because sometimes when you want something, you say that affirmation, and it might be hard for that affirmation to come to pass, because it's something that it makes it's hard for you to deal with it. So if you say easily, I easily find myself, and add it in a healthy, happy way, then that way that your conditions, your subconscious mind is conditioned to accept the affirmation, the seeds that you're planting.
And another one is like, I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
You know, I'm already there. It's already happened. So I'm grateful for the abundance that's in my life. I'm grateful for the support system that I have. You know, basically already putting yourself in a space of it's already done. It's already accomplished. So you can release it and make space for something new. But anyway, do you want to give them an affirmation?
Yeah, so that, so the habit of trying to rush things is easily lifted from me. So,
No, wait. It's trying to rush results. Because that's
right,
important. Rushing
right,
results.
the results, the patience. So Taurus handles patience. So we'll pray a prayer. I want this and I want it right now. And sometimes we have to be conditioned to receive it. So you might not be ready for it, you know. So yeah, trying to rush it, that's not good. You want to make sure that you're ready for it, whatever it is that you're affirming.
Because it's God's timing.
Right.
Yeah. God's timing is perfect timing. So we just want to be ready and available to receive it when God's time is right. Right? All right. So the next one we have is Taurus rules enjoyment of life on earth, including appreciation, gratitude, single physical pleasure, rapport with others, satisfaction, and contentment.
Okay, so one that I like is I enjoy the simple pleasures of everyday life. And sometimes we want more than what then we don't realize how much things that we have because we take it for granted. And we're looking across the street and we're always saying the other person's grass is always greener. That's literal.
She talking about her grass.
But to enjoy the pleasures, simple pleasures of everyday life is like just walking in nature and hearing the wind breathe. Hearing the wind blow, and then just inhaling.
Wait a minute, the wind breathe is kind of deep though.
Yeah,
hearing the wind breathe.
Okay,
wait a minute.
All right,
Hold on, now.
That's like colors of the wind there.
Wait
Okay.
a minute. That's kind of that made sense though in
Yeah.
the same breath. You know, hearing the wind breathe, because in essence, kind of is what's happening. But yeah, but like taking it all in.
Right, and it's simple. You don't have to be you don't have to go the top of a mountain or anything like that. There's simple pleasures of just getting up in the morning and enjoying seeing the sunrise, or even late at night seeing the sunset, or just being grateful if you happen to see a new moon, the little sliver of that new moon.
I'm like,
yes,
look at the moon.
Right,
I'm
right.
100% a look at the moon type of person. Like, oh my God, I'm always in awe of the moon's beauty. Like, wow, like, and we get an opportunity to witness that in real time. Probably why I'm so passionate about this. Not only was I raised on it, but it's just like,
you were raised on it.
It's such a mystical and beautiful, and just like, I learned so much about myself through the moon and how the moon phases and the different signs that it phases through. And it's like, even in every phase of the moon is still its beautiful self. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, anyway. I love the moon. That's just something that I just always felt an affinity to. I can stare at the moon for hours.
And I was raised on the Farmer's Almanac. My mother.
Can we pause a little bit? Can we talk a little bit about the Farmer's Almanac just really quick? Because I was having a conversation with someone who was talking about how they don't believe in astrology, and you can't believe in astrology and believe in God or the Bible simultaneously. You have to choose one or the other. But can we talk about the almanac and how, like, the farmers have always used the phases of the moon when it comes to, like, planting? How does that, because my mom is also a farmer. I don't know if you guys know that, but she's like she can grow anything.
Well.
Anything. She can put a seed in the palm of her hand, it's gonna sprout. But anyway, what is the correlation? Do you know like how they related the two and began to use the phases of the moon?
Well, let me backtrack you for a minute. And it's amazing how people will say, that they're Christians, but they don't believe in astrology, and all astrology is just the studying.
God's creation, right?
Right. And so, and it's interesting because the wise men, the three wise men, as they were called, or Magi's, M-A-G-I, where the word magic comes from, they looked at the stars, and they were able to predict when Jesus was going to be born. And that's how they came to Jesus. It wasn't like they didn't have a telephone. Ma Bell wasn't here. Nobody sent them a text or an
GPS,
email,
no Google Maps,
nothing.
It was literally guided by the stars.
By the stars. And the farmers, they know that there are certain times based on the moon, and they know when to plant. So you plant during the new moon. So most of the farmers that follow the Farmer's Almanac, they're planting this week because this is the best time to plant.
And that's where it coincides. Like when people ask me about ritual, why I say we do our new moon affirmations with the new moon. We plant our seeds during the new moon because we're going in alignment with nature. That's when we plant our seeds so that we can reap the biggest harvest. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we extinguish things, or we rid ourselves of things with the full moon, because that's a closing and a completion of a cycle. With the new moon, we're going along with nature. We're just planting those seeds of affirmation so that they can come into fruition. So
and if you're a farmer, you want to weed during a full moon.
Right, because you're getting rid of the negativity.
Right,
You're
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So that's a good thing to or talk to the elders and ask them why and how they use the Farmer's Almanac, because it has a lot of interesting things, because they can even tell by the skin on an onion as to whether we're going to have a mild winter or a hard winter. Wow. It's just amazing.
Yeah, she has so many gems, and I am trying my hardest to get my mother to just share. So that's why we're doing things like this, because y'all be on her head like I'm on her head, okay? All right, so did we give him an Yes, you did. You gave him an affirmation for that. Okay, so the next one is Taurus rules reliability, including patience, dependability, trustworthiness, and steadfastness. I'll give you guys an affirmation here. Okay. I'm gonna say this, but they're gonna be on my head because I'm an Aries. But I'm gonna say it anyway. The quality of loving patience and steady progress is entered in every area of my life. Okay. Such a big one, especially for me. I feel like I always say this. I am patient as an Aries, but I have a designated amount of patience. So let's say whatever it is, I don't know. I don't know how to measure it. But when that patience is up, that's it. I be trying, I try all my might. So I have to say an affirmation like this. I need to write it down every time this come up. I need to be saying this every single day, because patience is something that is so difficult for me, being that I am double fire sign. I'm ready to results. Let's see these results. Let's get to the results. What do we have to do? But I had to remember or realize wisdom teaches that, patience and rest and stillness is a part of the progress. It's a part of the work. We don't oftentimes recognize it as such, because especially as fire signs, we want to meet God halfway. You're like, well, I'm trying to do it. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, in order to get what it is that you are desiring, they say after you've done all you can. After you've done all you can, then you stand. Then you be patient. Then you put yourself in the energy of reception, receiving.
Yeah, and it's like, we say, I want it, and I want it now. We are in this age where we just want to blink and it's there. So yeah, this Taurus new moon teaches you patience. I think I would like, I am relying, what's on?
I said, I'm so tired of patience.
I am relying on my own efforts for success.
Ooh.
And that one is really, really good because we need sometimes to go within. Well, all the time we should go within. But, you know, we will spend money on books and going to all these conferences to hear these motivational speakers telling you what you already have within you. And if we just rely upon what's already in us for success, you know, just look back and analyze what's already in us. And I remember one of the sayings my mom used to say all the time, that every frog must praise his own pond. And sometimes we don't realize that we are a frog and we have our own pond, because we're always looking at somebody else's pond like, wow,
I didn't want to invade me to their pond.
Right. So we need that. That's something that we need to do. It's just like, okay, write down the things, because it's like, I don't know why it's automatic, but you can automatically say, I can tell you to write, give me 10 things that you don't like about yourself. And they'll come like this. They'll come like this. But if I say, give me 10 things that you love or even like about yourself, you might be able to name 2, and then you're going to struggle with the rest of them. And it shouldn't be like that. So we should rely on
unless you're one of my clients.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's something that we work on. Unless you're one of my clients, then you should be able to, I should be able to pop quiz you right now, and you should have 10 things off the top of your head. And if not, you need to become one of my clients. We can buy you.
All right.
Okay. All right. So what is next? What do you have next? I'm going to let you rock with that one. Okay, let's move on. I have Taurus rules self-worth, including awareness of personal needs, setting appropriate boundaries, strong values, determination, and self-acceptance. A good affirmation for this one. This is a good one. I easily establish boundaries that make my life stronger.
Oh, that is a good one.
Very simple, very straightforward, very effective. I don't even think I have to elaborate on that one. Would you like to add an affirmation?
You know what? This kind of piggybacks on what we just said about going within. So when it talks about self-worth, it's like, you set those boundaries because you know what you're worth. Like the incident that you had a couple weeks ago about
she's
minimum.
My business.
But no, it was just about somebody saying, what is minimum wage?
Oh yeah, somebody asked me what's the minimum wage in Georgia. I would never know that information. I'm sorry.
Right. So you know your self-worth.
Slightest idea, babe.
You know your self-worth.
Better off asking Google.
That's right. Ask Google. So so you have to know what you will settle for. You know, like, you know, will you take a Diamonique? Is that the fake diamond, or would you take a real diamond?
CZ?
The CZ, a Diamonique is cheaper than the CZ.
Oh, okay. You teaching me something.
Okay, so would you
now I know it's more classes of diamond too. So
all right, go ahead, know your self-worth.
Yeah, so then what quality of diamond would you accept? Okay.
I will take an emerald cut. I'll take a Marquise cut over a chip any day.
We don't do diamond chips. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, some people do. So
some people do.
You know your self-worth. You know, some people like those chip clusters. No.
Yeah, no. Solid.
No. So we got to know what our self-worth is. And nobody's hating on you if you like chips. Go right ahead. You can have all the chips that I don't want.
You deserve more than chips. You do. I promise you do. I'm just saying. The cluster rings. Let's
leave that.
Yeah, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. Okay. So the next one we have here, Taurus rules inflexibility, including stubbornness, attachment, resistance to change.
I didn't understand that.
Girl, who's talking to you, Dorna?
Big speak.
Okay. Possessiveness, holding dogmatic opinions, and stagnation. Do y'all know what dogmatic means? I know what that means. You know what dogmatic means?
Elaborate.
So dogmatism meaning like, now don't hold me to it verbatim, but it's like the law or gospel according to you. Like you're dogmatic about it. Like you're locked in, you're fixed into it. There is no alternatives. So let me see. I don't even know what affirmation they're saying is correlating with dogmatism. Let me see. It's saying
Inflexibility.
yeah, but I'm trying to find the affirmation. Constructive. Maybe this all non-constructive resistance to change is easily lifted from me. Yeah, because people who are dogmatic are so... Oh no. Not my phone dying. I don't even know where it stopped at. But people who are dogmatic are so resistant to change. And it really does... I pride myself in being a student of life. Like, I never feel like I know everything, and I'm always open to learning something new, right? So I respect people's opinions. Even if it feels wrong or it sounds wrong, it's like, okay, that's the truth according to you, and I respect that, you know? Versus someone who's dogmatic is like, you are wrong. And this is the right way, the way I believe it's the only way, and if you don't think how I think, then you're wrong, that type of thing. And I just feel like there's no growth in that, you know? So release that, get up off that, because it's a whole life to learn and experience, and you know, so many different people in this world.
And could I just also, you know, people say that Taurus are stubborn, and that's a negative aspect of Taurus. But I wouldn't necessarily say that that's negative, because sometimes we need that stubbornness.
Yeah.
If you know that what it is that you're doing is right, and you feel it with every ounce of energy within you, then don't let anybody tell you that you're on the wrong path. You know, just take a deep breath and just visualize Harriet Tubman when she was doing that move, when she was bringing everybody to freedom.
To freedom!
Right,
sorry.
right.
I'm so sorry.
But see, she was stubborn and steadfast in what it was, and nobody could sway her. I don't think her husband could stop her. If I remember right, I'm not saying that I was
feel
there.
like that's how you know when you are moving in the will of God. You know what I mean? Where it's like, that's like the energy of the fool. Y'all know I'm a reader first before anything. The energy of the fool, he don't care what nobody got to say. The fool then packed up his belongings in his little knapsack, threw it over his back, and it's literally a depiction of a cheetah that's trying to pull him in the opposite direction, and the fool is like, no, I'm steadfast. I'm going in this direction because this is where I'm called. God called me to go in this direction. And in that energy, he's labeled the fool, but is it foolishness or is it faithfulness?
Right, exactly. So yeah, you draw your own conclusions. You know, that was just that artist rendition of what it was. Yeah. But yeah, it's so important. You know, if somebody say ask you what's your sign, you tell them you're a Taurus, and they're like, ooh, yeah, you stubborn. Yeah. So let's be steadfast and in truth. Yeah.
I agree. Okay, so the last but not least, we have in the matter of restoring health, Taurus rules coughs. Y'all all need to do an affirmation on them coughs, because it's driving me crazy. Everybody got a COVID cough, and I be like, bring the mask back. My God, what's that man the other day? He was like, ugh, he don't need to be here right now. What was we at? He was like, oh, we was at that restaurant at the Chinese.
Oh, right.
He was like, I know he's the manager, but they need to send him
home.
home.
He just needs to go home. Yeah.
Yes.
In
So,
this day and time, you can't even cough
I be looking
2
at
or
people
3
crazy,
times.
like.
Yeah, so I keep Ricolas in my purse. So, you know, if I feel that cough coming that second time, I'm like, oh no.
All of y'all who's had COVID, y'all know your girl. But anyway, y'all need to do this affirmation. I want a total healing to occur in the area of any of the above areas ruled by Taurus. Because them coughs, listen, I can't take it, okay? And somebody, matter of fact, get y'all some omega-3. Omega-3 will remove the mucus from the body, and it will find the mucus in the body and dissolve the mucus in the body. y'all need omega-3 because any infection in the body is a variation of some type of mucus. So the less mucus you have in your body, the less dis-ease you have in your body. And I'm not here to preach to y'all to death. I'm just telling y'all. I ain't had a cold since 93 and I ain't lying. So that's just that on that. And I don't want this video to be too long because in all actuality, before we go, so if y'all remember, I actually did a video. If y'all don't remember, I did a video on making an immunity tonic. It's still on the same YouTube page. You can just go check the list. My mother made one as well. Do you want to share with them about it? She makes these in batches and they're so cute. Did you want to share with them what's in it? It's
lemon, oranges, turmeric, cayenne pepper, ginger, collagen, and coconut water.
Okay, and see, if
and
she would
honey.
have consulted me before making this, then I would have told her one more ingredient that she did not add that she needs to add, and you all want to add this too. Whenever you use turmeric, you want to use a pinch of black pepper because it improves the bio of turmeric by 300%. I can't remember the exact word, but basically black pepper enhances the benefit of turmeric by 300%. So just a pinch of black pepper whenever you use turmeric, and you're going to be all set to go. And I'm not lying to you. I ain't catched a cold since 93. Last time you heard me sniffling, sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, any of that.
No.
And been around people with COVID, full on all that, and I'll be like, But anyway, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. I'm so glad. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad that I can finally get my mom to sit next to me and help share some of her wisdom. And hopefully we can do this on a more routine basis.
Every 28 days.
Can we tell them when the next new moon will be?
Okay, the next new moon is going to be probably in a month. It's
not in 28 days.
28 days,
okay.
June 17th.
June 17th. So we will see you guys June 17th. Do your affirmations. Don't forget, you guys. We got to get to work. Let's do this work. Let's get to work. And
you need to at least do, if you're really, really tight, the first 8 hours is the most powerful. Do 2.
Write them down. Write down 2 affirmations to activate it. And then you have 72 hours, right? From the initial time that it comes in for you to complete it. But yeah, let's do the work, you guys. The more you do, the easier this life will become. We need to use every tool and resource that we possibly can, especially with what we're facing right now in these current times, in these current climates. We need to be real close to God. We need to be doing our work. We need to be praying up. We need to be doing our affirmations. We gotta get in the field with it. So thank you guys for joining us. If you made it to the end, please, if you enjoyed this content, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Share. Keep us motivated so we can keep showing up and giving you guys more content like this. I'm trying to get my mom to share more stuff that's in her head. So yeah, y'all gonna see more of us soon. Goodbye and happy new moon.